Hello everybody and welcome. As some of you are aware, I have started a project where me as a completely new player who was placed in bronze is trying to master League of Legends. Well, I'm not a completely new player, I used to play the game 10 years ago, but since then, everything is different. Items are different, the map is different, champions are different. I'll tell you, I didn't know what 50% of the champions did when I started playing the game, and I still don't. Yeah. But I've managed to hit Gold League, and I see a lot of Reddit posts and a lot of people whining and complaining about being stuck in Bronze League for absurd periods of time, like 10 years, 4 years. I've seen a post of a guy saying he was 10 years bronze, managed to get silver, and now he can't win a single game in silver. So here is my tips. Here are my tips for new players who want to improve at the game and how you can reach gold. These are basically, I'm going to go over all of the things that I focused on and I did, and all of the mistakes I see silver and bronze people making that are holding them back from going gold, from becoming a gold player, which is apparently top 20% of players now. But the biggest, by far the biggest mistake I see people is that they're focusing on too many complex things, and they're not focusing on the basics, and they are lacking the basics. How many times do I see silver players talking about counter this, counter that, how do I play against this? I see people picking champions they've never played in their life just so that they could counter a lane, because that's what they've read online counters the champion they're playing against. That is absolutely absurd. So here are my 5 things that you should do if you're bronze and silver in order to improve and in order to reach gold. I think that by focusing on these 5 things, this will be enough to get you to gold. So number 1, we have improved last hitting and farming. Like, think about it. The story I previously mentioned about the guy playing 10 years. Imagine if in those 10 years he just focused on slightly improving his farming and CSing. In a long period of time, like 10 years, he would have gotten so good at it that he would have smoked everybody in his league in gold just from being able to farm. So just focus on farming and last hitting. Step number 2, or tip number 2, learn ward placements and make sure you ward. Wards are incredibly important, and it's really hard to quantify. That's why I see a lot of people not focusing on wards and not choosing to ward. But basically, how wards work is when you place a ward, you are not only providing yourself protection from a gank, you're also giving information to your whole team. So you placing a ward actually benefits 5 other people, or 4 other people, 5 people in total. And this information lets people play more aggressive, maybe get kills. It lets them retreat when they see the enemy jungler. It lets them do all sorts of things, get ready for dragon and everything else, right? So learn best ward placements for your lane and place your damn wards, please. Step number 3, you need to learn champion mechanics and how to trade in lane. For instance, here is one really good tip that I see nobody in silver and bronze doing. Basically, you want to take trades when the enemy has to lose CS to trade you back. And what that means is, let me give you an example. Let's say there's a cannon wave, right? You took out the opposing cannon minion, and now the enemy cannon minion is low, and he's going to die very soon. So the enemy wants to get that gold, right? That's a lot of gold. That's like 50 to 90 gold. And when they go for the cannon minion, this is your time to go in for a trade, right? You're going to want to jump them, because if they trade back, they're going to lose the cannon minion. Even if they outtrade you, they still lost gold. So that you are winning that trade, technically. It depends on how badly you lose, of course, but these are details. Like, I see people going for trades in like the dumbest times ever in lane. Like, you could just bully somebody just by denying them CS or going to trade every single time that they go for CSing. Also, one major tip for a lot of players, especially bronze and silver, stick to playing 2 to 3 champions. Your pool doesn't have to be 5 to 10 champions. It doesn't have to be, I've even seen people play 20 champions playing all roles in the game. No, stick to one role and stick to 2 and 3 champions. And why? Because this is going to let you learn the mechanics and the matchups of that champion. Like, I don't care who you are, who you think you are not going to be the best Yasuo in the world if you're bronze and you're playing 50 other champions. I really don't care, right? So just pick 2 to 3 champions, play them, spam them, learn the matchups, learn their mechanics, like build that stuff into your muscle memory. That's what I want you to do. Tip number 4, you need to focus on playing objectives. especially this goes especially in bronze, because I've seen silver players do play around objectives, but in bronze, people just leave the Drake out. They just don't take dragon for some reason. And then a jungler who's level 4 can go and solo it, right? So every time you get a kill, let's say mid lane, you want to ping dragon and get your team to go dragon, because you have built an advantage for your team. So now you have a 4 versus 3 dragon opportunity, and you can turn your one kill into a kill plus dragon. And if you think about it, late game, kills mean way less than dragons. Like, if you get to a late game, the team who has more dragons is more likely going to win, because that's a benefit that additionally scales as the game progresses, because they're percentage-based buffs. And yeah, in the late game where gold differences become lower and lower, we're talking percentage-wise, like nobody's gonna be winning by 1 or 2 items in the late game, or very, very hardly. It's very rarely gonna happen. Dragons win games. So focus on objectives: Herald, Dragon, turrets, Baron, all of the above. And the last and final tip I want to give you is you need to have better map awareness. And what I mean by that is you need to look at the minimap. Now, of course, looking at the minimap is a resource, right? We have a mental resource that we're spending while we're playing the game. You can't CS perfectly, trade, and look at the map at the same time. It's just impossible. So you need to learn how to balance out looking at the map with these other things. Like, if I had to choose one, I would probably say that you have to focus on CSing first, then trading, and then at the very end, you should look at the map. Like, you should look at the map every time you can without losing trades or losing CS. So those are the 5 tips. It's pretty simple. And I see a lot of people just not being able to get a hang of these things because, I don't know, they may be not focusing on them. They're focusing on some really weird questions. I see people asking really, really specific stuff when they're bronze and silver players. No, just you're not gonna be that guy. You're just gonna focus on improving your mechanics. You're just gonna focus on improving these basics, and I absolutely guarantee that you will be able to get out of bronze and silver just by practicing or learning these 5 things. I mean, the guy who played bronze 10 years, he needed to improve his CS by, let's say, 5 every month. That's gonna be that his CS would be incredible, right? He would be CSing like Faker. So yeah, don't focus on too many complex things, and I hope this helps. I know it will if you implement it correctly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. You can find me on the stream. The climb is still continuing. We're gold, but we're going to Masters, and we're gonna hit Masters. I hope you drop by, say hi, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. I mean, Nautilus Assault destroys Samira. As soon as you told me that, Mick, I knew what I needed to do.